Talking to yourself doesn't make you crazy, but not talking to yourself might.
Right. But so often we chastise people for being able to do what is only a natural behavior, to adapt. So when people say code switch or, he acting totally different than who he really is, sometimes it's not that. That's not the case. That's not what they are trying to do. They're only walking into a situation and their bodies and their minds and whatever their being is requiring for them or requesting for them to adapt. And we should not chastise people for adapting to situations and being able to be who they need to be for who this situation calls for them to present. And I think that it's unfair a lot of times that we discount people because we feel like they are not being themselves all the time. They are being themselves. We're a multifaceted being with the ability to really inherit so many different types of ways to communicate that require for you to be a different persona, if you will, sometimes as it pertains to the situation. And I think some of the best, survival of the fittest, those who can do it the best probably make it the furthest. That's the thing. How malleable, how adaptable are you as a human being in order to be able to transcend and go further beyond where you are? And in order to survive in general, it's only natural. It's nature at its finest. People are showing you what the capacity of human nature is when they're able to code switch or when they're able to be a different person for this situation and it work out. I can't be ratchet with everybody. I can't be scholarly with everybody. Every situation does not count for you as a person to be one way all the time. Which is why if you don't get too far in life, that could be a part of it. You're not tapping into enough personas in order to get by. And it's not always a matter of being fake. Now, sometimes some people do have an intention of masking something and pulling the wool over your eyes for their own personal gain or intention. And in that case, it's a little bit more malicious. But on the other note, it's more excusable or reasonable to believe that a person is going to actually switch it up a little bit in order to make it through this conversation, situation, new experience. They're not wrong for doing that. And I don't feel like we should chastise people for being able to do that, especially in a healthy way, especially in a provisionary way, whereby you being able to switch it up, you're able to provide something else for someone else, beneficial for someone else. Again, people chastise you for not being you, all the while not knowing who all you are. Again, people chastise you for not being you when they really don't know all of who you are. Sometimes you don't even know all of who you are because you're still discovering it. We still are discovering self. So of course my persona, my personality, the way I speak, my vernacular, or just my tone, my presentation to people, my appearance is going to be different a lot of times because, for one, it's a survival mechanism and it's only natural. And again, it can be more beneficial than detrimental if done the right way, done in appropriate ways, maybe. Done in ways that are appropriate for the circumstance. So when I hear people say, do you, be you, you're not being yourself, you're not being, that's probably the most irritating thing a person can tell another person, especially when that person doesn't know who you're not being. That's just not fair to them. And that's why people will push back when you tell them, oh, you need to be yourself. Well, how do you know I'm not being me? Who else do you know I am that I'm not tapping into for you in this situation? Because I'm a multifaceted person, a multi-dimensional being. I'm not flat like some of you others, okay? And for those of us who are well-rounded and who do embrace that ability to tap into, again, another persona for the situation, I think that those are signs of people who are not superhuman, but it's a superpower in a way. Some of us garner it better than others, harness it more than others, practice it more than others, better at it than others. And that could be why they mad. But at the same time, though, it is okay to be multi-dimensional, multi-personified. I don't know if I'm making up a word or what, but you get the point. It is okay to allow for yourself to experience, to be, to utilize different aspects of self in order to survive. Especially when done in appropriateness and in regard to the circumstance, healthily without harming anyone. Again, I am only just trying to discover more of who I am, more of what I'm capable of. So don't make me feel bad for being just a representation of a person who has been in multiple circumstances, multiple situations, who has learned multiple lessons, who has been there, done that, and now I know how to utilize it in order to do this. Don't be mad at me because I can do it. Don't be mad at me if the persona rubs you the wrong way. I mean, you can. We all can. We all do get mad sometimes. But at the end of the day, if you can't be a chameleon, that's on you. If you can't adapt, that's on you. Don't try to force everybody to always be a static character. Because in the world of storytelling, I wouldn't want to be a static character. As it pertains to reality, I don't want to be a static character. I want to be a dynamic character, one who changes throughout the story. One who experiences themselves in a multitude of ways and becomes enriched by it. That's a powerful thing. So no, you can't chastise me or anybody for being multifaceted, having multiple personalities, not in a clinically psychotic kind of way or anything, but in a way to where, again, it's nature at its finest, doing what it does in order for human beings like you and me and everyone else to survive, to make it, to relate, to socialize, to inhabit the earth. Don't chastise me, because I can do it. So that's my spiritual conversation for this moment right now. And if you have any comments, please leave them down below or reach out some way. I would be interested in hearing your thoughts. But anyway, peace.